Yeah.
Say, alright, so first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Rakadash. Right, we say, Governor, say, Apostle, Elders, and Great Minister, and Ruler, our teachers, our apostles in truth. And we see salutations for the act, and we say, the pressure within the truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season, or season risk in the life on a daily basis. The push this word through the four corners, we say, Shalom. And once again, hey, we say, they prophesy. Somebody give me a second, just 15, let's give me start from verse 1, right? Then we will go and take. You know, there's a lot. You know, every week we come on, we saying certain things about what's taking place, but there's a lot of stuff happening right now. They pay close attention, as Scripture mentioned, to occupy the prophecies. And when you occupy the prophecies, certain prophecies was given to watch at the end. You know, the apostles, they were asking about the signs. They have said, oh, shy about the signs. So these signs are like coming at the end of the world. And they were given some of the signs. You know, wars, rumors of wars, the pestilence, the earthquakes, you know, the uproars, all these things we're seeing right now happening to the four corners. No matter where it is in the world, you're actually seeing some sort of hurt taking place, right? You're seeing something happening that pertaining to a prophecy, to something that is written, right? Amen.
Today's second is just 15 verse 1. It said, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. Say the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, say it Jehovah.
Yes, so this is where you have to do. Speak the words of our prophecy, and then you come for the loop. Speak this word of prophecy. So you come and tell them our what? MOTV. I'm talking about martial law, civil war, Jacob's trouble, right? On all these sorts of things, you know, obviously World War III. You know, prophecies that are meant to take place. Right, when we come into that time, see, Jake go about grass, each go about grass, what is really going and happen to them. Like right now, you know, this week was the first week, or I shouldn't say the whole week, but for the past 2 to 3 days, right? Yeah, I started to hear common Jake's talking about the prices of stuff, like the nose of the grass, that stuff raising without them even knowing. Now that they go, I see someone do something, a video on an egg. Right, like how egg prices just raised, and it wasn't brought to anyone's attention. No, it's not support. How they're doing it, and they bring to all their attention. I go back to the second is just 16 or 15. Say what? Victory shall be so good cheap that they will think. You go to that list now, right? So that, to them, they're thinking they're in a good state. They're thinking that hey, here we're going on. Due to the fact that we can travel, right? We can still come and buy a little fast food. They're thinking everything good. You know, they might say like. They might see a little war happening, the oil prices raising. They say, and they might say, well, you know, that happening there, that would not come and affect us.
It's so far away.
So far away.
Like I tell you next time, you don't get oil from there. Not knowing that it's a simple thing as when oil prices rise, it's not because it's rising in one nation. When you see oil prices rise, it's globally.
Oil prices and gas prices just raised for a particular reason. It just don't raise just so. Yeah. It's for a particular reason why it is raised and why it is dropped, right? And this is something that over the years, like, and I remember in 2008 when it was going into the recession. At that point in time, people had an idea of when certain things raise, they understand that they're going to get bad. So, like back then, they prepared. Like I remember Jake's preparing now to get oil and things there, gas and things there, car, sorry, diesel and things. It was a little hard. You saw lines to get stuff, and you could only get like one a certain amount, right? And some men used to like carpool, you know, about 6 drivers in one car. You go on with a keg, you know. But back then, and years ago, they had an idea. Jake had an idea that if something happened, if something raising is because something going to happen. No, things raising, and to them it's just like
they have no idea.
They have no idea. They have a
clue of what taking place.
They have a clue. And I used to know to them, come on and God, to speak to them more prophecy, to let them know that hey, this coming here is going to be a dangerous time for you, right? You know, I was in a video on as King Charles was talking about his ministers. He would give his ministers power to modernize, right? The digital ID. And when you go into the word modernize, it means to update your outdated system, right? But with technology and certain things, right? So we understand where this is going to be digital ID. But even Jake just used the word here, we in a modernized time. I don't even know what the word mean or why these ministers and these, we all call it these, using that term, right? Or why they want it to be this way, because it's the same with the modernized and certain things. It's the word modernize means to get rid of that old system, right? So you're bringing things to the new thing, right? So, in order to let the old system go, like for example, you have the monetary system, paper dollar, right? You have what the system there is used, which is your cash, check, credit, etc., etc. These things are to phase out. How are these things going to phase out? How these things going to phase out? If they are to bring a new system.
System to replace. A system to replace it, they can't phase it out.
Yeah.
So as you were saying, because they want to phase it out now, that means that new system already functioning. You already have it up and running. It's just to implement.
Yeah, gradually.
But now it's to speed it up. You know what I mean? According to Revelation 12 and 12, you know you have a short time, so don't be surprised.
As you mentioned gradualism, right? Before you finish the second adjustment, somebody give me Wisdom of Solomon 12, I believe it's verse 10. Right?
12 and 10?
Like I say also, so I was talking about anytime when you see 1:9, they was talking, there's that term called new norm.
Yeah, the new norm.
So you get people slowly acquainted with.
Yeah, before they see you will see situation, they did not tap the paper. They did not tap the card.
It's true.
That come out during and take over right after.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Then you hear everybody asking what they do. I'm a tapper. I can't remember
you just tap now and I have a bank that can't tap. It have the chip, everything to tap, you know. But the tap for some reason does from that bank, they always feel way off now. Because it's one, just tap now. I said, no, this can't tap.
My car have a crack in it, so it can't tap. So I like that.
No, because when this system now come out, it had people who used to it had like people mentioning things like, alright, they go in the grocery store. Them wallet with the card in the back pocket or in the pocket, you know, not out.
Yeah.
But when the woman done scan the groceries, she just, by the time she tell them the amount, someone would done scan the card in the pocket now. So it wasn't what I said, but they kind of have this, they kind of pack up on all them stories coming out to make it normal. But it had situations where they're scanning your card in your pocket, in your handbag, without you even taking it out and without your consent.
You can't skim it, what's coming from. When men don't pass, skim your card.
Yeah, to be information. And again, and those are things that they would use as an excuse of why they want the system change. It's why, well, okay, your card won't get skimmed no more. Because now you will have the chip inside of it.
Yeah, they can't skim that.
Like Bill Gates, he said earlier this week, you know, if you get a spec, you look it up and you will see it, that he mentioned that he want everybody to have a chip by 2028. No, it's a process of time. People might say, well, like, why 2028? We have time to do it. No, everything has he said by 2028, he didn't say we start in 2028. You understand? So you mean that everyone by that time should have it? You know?
Maybe the same man who say by a certain time they will have computers in every household.
Every household, yeah.
They have computers in every pocket, even in his house.
And then how you doing? They say it start big. The first computer was like a 2-story building. You understand? Then it started to get smaller until eventually it started to hear talks. I remember people talk about that. They really say we have a computer in every household, and then they say, well, the same computer you will be able to hold in your hand. You get phone. And then there was like, no, you hear them talking about over the years, that same thing you hold in your hand will be inside of you.
Yeah, you will be
you know? And obviously he saw with the words, they put things like cyborgs and cybernetic. They use words to make it seem like it's so optimized. And Jake is fall for them traps and snares. Is that they will hear those words and they will be like, oh, cyborg, we can have this, and they will fall for it. But again, that is just the blind, you know, the blind.
After this.
Yeah. You know, so good.
Right. 10?
Yeah, 12 verse 10.
Yeah. He say, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 verse 10. Say, but executing thy judgment. Right. That's what I said that. Verse 9. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 verse 9. He said, not that thou was unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle.
And this is what the Lord could do. The Lord could do that. He could bring the ungodly straight. Hey, even there be a fight if the Lord really wanted to have a fight. But everything is the Lord is make it clear with your time. You understand? It's the same with that. You remember what I mentioned parallelism. The Lord is giving you a time. You understand? The Lord could make everything come down one time. But everything have its process. So it was Ezra who was asking the angel, but bring back everybody one time and let me do it at one time. And the angel tell him, no. Just like a woman in travail, she had to go through the process. The same way with this judgment. You know? But
yeah, he said, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts.
yeah, that's what you can do, destroy them one time. You're going on. Send Leviathan to smash up this place.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's what the Lord can move. Well,
Or with one rough word, but executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou givest them place of repentance.
That was the only main thing about
yeah.
You understand? Because if he bring back judgment, how much are we going to do?
Yeah.
No man who have time to check themselves and turn around.
And that's the thing, he's giving it time. And when you see he's operating the time, it's not because they want to put it time, no, the Lord is giving it time to show that, hey, this is what's going to take place. Yeah, remember, when we talk about the chip and these things, it's going to come down to you making a decision as if you're going to stand for the Lord or if you're not going to stand for the Lord. It's not in between them. Well, I need to all Christians to say the Lord the land, right? Or they would say that, well, I need to work, I need to feed my family. No, it's going to come to that time that literally going to come down to you standing for the Lord or not, right? It's whether you're going to take this thing, not going to take this thing. Because we know we're coming down into that chaotic time. We know we're coming down into that. We go for this week. You know what's on the spread? I do one video on it and then I come back and do like another two just to expound on it a little more. Was talking about a pastor that get jailed. And what he get jailed for was actually just he was on the streets, a retired pastor that come out on the streets quoting John 3:16, right? In Scotland and one of them places and they lock him up. So when they see things like this, you don't understand the path that they're going down to, right? If you're going to be outside there forever, no, the scriptures talk about the famine and the word. There was the 2nd and 15, you speak this prophecy unto them. Because no, it's a getting a warning. We in a time that, hey, getting a warning of the things to come. We see the impending danger, like yesterday, hey, Marcus, all you hear about that shooting in the White House yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah? So I'm sure they do things. The plan a shooting, they show a Jacob Arasta, right? He come and shoot at the White House. We know the MK Ultras and so forth that they will control whoever it may be. And they have the men set up to do those things. But even those plans not even working no more. It's not even making mainstream. It make mainstream, but it even pick up no traction. You know, normally if a man come in the White House and do that, you want to hear that for the whole week. For the whole week. You want to have for the whole week. No, you're not even hearing that. And that by itself, if you're really watching it from a thing, is a problem. Because now the normal methods they're using is not working.
That means they're going to go more.
That means they're going to go more advanced. You understand? Let me go harder.
The false flag may come on.
Yeah. Who don't really believe a black man shoot up the White House? In the track record of America, it's them white boy and them don't shoot up the building.
And next thing I know, what shoe is like I was reading one of the articles where they say that his prior media was that he believed he was the Messiah. No, because we understand what it is all they're coming to do when it comes to us. You understand?
Yeah.
Slander. But it's not even working, and that's the thing. You don't understand? When it's not working like that, he's going to realize the normal method's not working, so it's time to go more harder.
Yeah, they got to go out draconian and do that.
Yeah, they call it more.
Yeah, they bring out each other.
And they have the AI.
Gone.
The AI there for a purpose. Right? I see people send me videos that I had to ask them, I say, you not seen this AI? Wait, now wait. That AI?
I can't tell you the difference.
Sometimes
I was reading where I think it's 13-year-old, but I think it's 18. A youth from Texas create only an account,
Yeah,
and he generate I think 48,000 for the month of AI, and people cannot tell.
No, and you know the crazy thing about it? He made the AI for MAGA supporters. So the content he was posting is like how a white supremacist good thing, but he make it on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So they was buying the content and
Oh,
thing,
understand what you mean.
But-
You can't post something on a public forum.
yeah, you know, and then again, it just goes to show how when it comes to the AI technology, it a majority will get what?
Yeah, they would've
Confused.
known, yeah,
They wouldn't know.
yeah.
You know, like it has something like content. You really have to watch to know it's AI.
Train eye,
Yeah. So like, and that is what we have. Imagine when the government give you something, they already have that technology. What 30 times better than that? A matter of fact, 100 times better than that. So when America gave, I remember when they poured AI. That was like just 2 years ago when they put it out to let people know that this is AI. Or they could use this. This is a public forum here. AI here, it's free. Use it. China almost already 20 times advanced. Then America, when they get to realize that they're going down, they're losing the AI war, they drop the more advanced one. Deep sea. Yeah. Then they come and drop the more advanced one. Then it was like, hold on. Let's get them the platform to use, but obviously they understand that their technology go beyond. An example of that. And you see, that's why you have to always be on the watch. Scripture said to always continually be on the watch. Right? It's because one of the information this week that came out is that the government released classified information about the UFOs, right? But they just didn't release it just so. No, you had to be able to discern what they point out, what is right from wrong. So they poured the UFO files, but right after that they poured that it have 4 races of aliens. And what they did after that was show they used old clippings of a grey alien flying up in the sky and how the face off and then saying this was one of the races. No, that is what? That goes into the what? The Project Bluebeam. Where's one of the things that we always mention that Esau want to do is Esau want to fake an alien invasion and says aliens was really them because they have some sort of technology that way beyond. Right? All these things that are watching. It's not by coincidence that they're releasing these information just so. It's a purpose. Right? But just as we're saying, gladiatism, everything takes time. So whereas now we're seeing these things, who are saying that, it's Mark Cuban, is his name right? Or Mark Rubio, one of these guys. Mark Cuban, right?
Rubio is the Minister of Defense or something.
Right, Mark Cuban is the one who's doing the investment.
Mark Cuban, yeah.
Right? He was doing a whole thing this week. He didn't do that just so. One of his last interviews this week is that he was telling people he invests into T-bills, right? Like treasury bills or whatever it may be, right? But common men can't invest into that just so, right? But what you were saying is that he invests into this not because he just feel he can think of it. This is his backup for like when he say this is for when cuckoo happens. When he say cuckoo, when shit pop off, he said this could be my backup. Everything else could fail, but this one particular thing here, no. Why would a man that investment come and tell all you on TV that when he's shit in the finance? Why you come and tell all that for?
He making a living on investment
of the current system. You know?
The about that is that ultimately that investment don't happen.
Yeah.
He may believe in that investment that I was going on, but
Yeah.
you say rich and poor, free and bond.
Yeah.
Nobody who don't want to comply to that system not going to have any kind of backing. You know what I mean?
And it's like Edomite, so more than likely he's actually one of them that would take it.
He is one of them.
So he's one of the top
But you
men.
feel he have no continuity.
Yeah.
Them have one of them.
Yeah.
What they try to establish a continuing one. That's why they go get the bunkers and people they go be safe
Yeah.
up there. They go have backup investments like that. But when the system crash, when the system crash and they say, yo, going on, they can't post this, they can't talk about this. Otherwise, back to zero. Because Elon Musk come out and say, the top dog say, yo, going on, they say, well, I save and spend that. But that's not everybody going on the FBI, so it ain't gonna matter. It wouldn't matter.
Hey, man, I
You say, don't save no money, what you saving it for?
Yeah.
Everybody go be on one level.
Everybody be on one
No
level.
rush.
He say UBI, so everybody just know.
Yeah, he said, you can spend your savings, it's okay. Spend your savings. UBI.
I think he was saying USBI means as universal super basic income.
Yeah.
It's something beyond the normal basic income, but you can understand where it is he going with. It's basically the same thing, same concept, but maybe a more harsh, I think, to make it, or more money to make it feel like it's such a good system now, you know. But as he said, is that he said that the chip everybody should be. He said that for years that everybody should be chipped. He said that even before it become what they were considered today, that all these guys say. Right?
I mean, that's true. Anyway, look at it. Remember when people now, when people did not take the juice, they were saying that like getting like about, they say like about 3-4 years.
Yeah.
So
So say up. I just say after 3 years, then you go see the
to see the effects.
Yeah, it
So
didn't
they
take
say
so
3 to
long.
4 years.
It didn't take so long.
So watch it. 2028.
For some.
So
Yeah, it's process still going on. Just man, I know a fella right now. He said, I am sorry, tell him man. Said man looking.
You see how my brother looking?
Yeah, he looks like that. But man looked, man was
Yeah.
big and buff. You see the man was almost my size. I feel sorry for you, see, man. That'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? And
Should
you
not
see,
say.
and I see as the process of time goes, more people want to start to. So let me say from about 2022 to 2028. There's enough time to weed out the extras now, man. You understand? To weed out the extras for the one who remain, the smaller numbers to really get remember Georgia guy. Maintain humanity under 500 million.
And the Georgia Guidestone was destroyed underneath long time. If you want to look it up, it was destroyed I think it's 2022 or 2021 during like the lockdowns that the stone was actually destroyed. Right? So that means that the plan is
Don't need that no more.
you understand?
You don't put any defect.
You don't put any effect already because from as the brother mentioned before, he said it will be a new norm. With that being said, they also said that the next lockdown will be what 100 times harsher than the one from before. They will have to comply. You understand? You will have to comply. Right?
That's what they're talking about now, right? What is the answer?
And Ebola.
And Ebola. That's what they're talking about right now.
And then we ain't talking about if we do have war.
And that's the next thing.
Right? Because if they hadn't got anything, they could literally cause a lot. You know? But you see the part it going in again, you see the part. You know? Finish it.
Right. You say, Wisdom of Solomon 12 verse 10. He said, but executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them, and that their cogitation would never be changed.
And let us show you. Let me scripture say what I split your sons in vain. Yeah, see, we know ultimately, even though men have time to turn around, it's only elect, and we only elect because that's a gift that your son. No other reason. If it wasn't for that, all our way that be gone. All. Even the elect would have been gone if it wasn't for the Lord's grace. He chose to show his grace unto the elect. You understand? And through the elect is how the entire nation is going to receive mercy of God. So that and I just show you how messed up this place is. Very scripture say what they say. If it were possible, they would receive the very elect. But this whole system, this whole spell we under here, everything you watch, everything you're interacting with, is some kind of sorcery.
Yeah. Some kind of witchcraft, something, you know, and that's what he's so heavily into. Even though they talk about technology, they believe it about God of technology and all these things. So, you know, that's the left-hand side for it, you know, yeah. And that is basically the left-hand side, right? But the scriptures call them about the border of wickedness. You understand? When they're being continually called the wicked, bloodthirsty, the violent man, border of wickedness, you don't understand how evil these people are and how wicked these people are. Because again, being called the border of wickedness is not a light thing.
I was watching a video my brother do yesterday. Basically the video was this man, he was I believe was a CIA agent, and he was doing an interview now. But you know the point that the brother make is that when you watch all the nations, it only have one nation that have multiple bases around the world, creating terrorist groups to cause uproars, to infiltrate countries and thief the resources. It's only have one nation, and that is America.
No, that's Esau.
That is Esau.
You know?
Yeah.
But and that is the thing, and I was watching something this week. I think I even do a video on it. With this guy, I see it on my news page. He get locked up now, right? A guy called Chud the Builder. But when he was going around and he would see a Jake, right? And he would sort of call them the chimp out, sort of call them monkey terms and sort of tell them certain things. And so he want them to have he want them to activate so he could pull out the gun and shoot them now. So he would come and call them the N word, he would tell them what kind of thing, but he ain't get no thing until eventually he meet up at Jake, who was a veteran, like a old army man, and like he come out, he old army man, and the man started beat him. And then he probably gonna shoot him, so he get charged for assault. He get like 4 different charges. Assault. He didn't kill him, man, but he get charged for like, let's say premeditated murder. Right? Yeah, working around and then certain things.
And then you're provoking him as well.
So what went on is that obviously with Esau doing that, obviously they were the true light that the man sort of come out. They started to see men who was all of a sudden calm, sort of come out saying, why look him up for? He's using freedom of speech and the blacks have always been this kind of dangerous, and no matter where the blacks is in the world, they always cause some work, but that is what Esau is. The scriptures call them all liars, right? Forgers of lies. So when they pour them particular statistics, they don't have a pour these statistics of their own. Who is mass murderers? Who committing genocide? Who do these things? It's not Jake. It's not Jake. Who throughout history continue to play with atoms, and it's who do these things?
Which nation invading other nation?
Yeah, who have the number 1% for PDF files? So you know what I'm talking about when I say PDF, right? Who's number 1 for that? Is it Jake? No, it's Esau. So when it comes to everything wicked, all is the face of it. But they love to switch it around. I say, oh, no, we know Jake wicked. Yeah, no, and that's the thing. But and that's what I'm saying. But you see, they love to paint it over and say it's Jake. Yeah. But the truth is, you see, the scripture mentioned in Thessalonians that what the man of sin is what be revealed. So they don't hide it no more. People literally know that. Hey, no matter a white man again. Yeah. They're talking about Esau.
Trying to paint Arabs as
Edom said. Like for example, Esau have a term called black fatigue. They so fatigue and black people, things black people do. But literally the whole world fatigue are white people. The whole world have what you call Edomite fatigue. They fought up over there. The Chinese like they oh God. Chinese like
you just tell them go back where they come from. But who the fuck bring them here? Who bring them there? Who bring them to America? We didn't just up on our boat and say they go and discover something new. Not once in history a nigga them a black man ever say that. Not once.
Jake, the crazy thing about it is they're telling people to go back where they come from. But why they go back where they come from?
Nah, them not even sure. All they know is that
there's never where you come back to the Caucasus Mountains. There's never where people know they come from here. How they make it seem? They remember how they even get, and they go back to what they have a city built on blood. How they get America in the first place? It's Jake. No, we understand. Hey, again, it's the Lord do these things. The judgment will also happen for Jake because of what we did, right? What we did. So the natives had also feared. Scripture said that we are true overcome God. You understand? But at the latter end, the tables will turn, right? So we're seeing where you're seeing how Esau make it seem like they wasn't American. No, there was nothing. That's nothing all they did first. Jake is where the former all things. Right?
Never discovered that.
Never discovered. The thing, imagine. Alright, I'm bringing up a good point, I remember. You just finished up from my finish, right? I'm bringing up a good point. You say, well, there's a Columbus here, right? And I Edomite, so there's a showing statues. I think no majority of the places say, majority of the places pass a law is that they do what the Christopher Columbus statues because it commemorating death and so forth, and then the history, people actually doesn't know what the true history now. So it don't make sense when leaving a lie up now. So when they was destroying it, I remember Edomite was like, why are they destroying it? He discovered. A man said, well, here we go. Take out the money from the bank, show it on the ground, and let me come and discover it and say them lively. He said that don't make sense. He said, well, he never replied. And he said, but you see, that is Edomites, that is the scriptures mentioned the perpetual hatred that they have for us.
His spirit not upright.
Yeah, it's not upright in them, and the hatred that they have. When a man hates, he find any excuse. He don't care if it don't make sense. He just find any excuse just to see you fall. You know? Yeah, so we say, well, That is it. Right, so that way I say, little by little, the Lord will bring judgment, but you give it time to do what to repent. So there's you coming into it, not because you're seeing, there's a reason why the oil prices are raising and dropping, because the Lord making all they want to see it. They want all they see it to say, maybe something will pop off. But we know they can say the elect well, but the rest will what? Blinded. You understand? Go ahead, Jim.
Like I say, the technology that is being used, they realize the technology, the fear, of the glitching. Every once in a while they go at this glitch.
Yeah. That's right, yeah. It go have a little
Yeah,
thing.
so some, like it all has some bug, they still need to work out. Even they don't find jets. Just crashing each other.
You should just clash.
You understand?
Yeah,
It's
well,
not-
I never take it through because as they release that one, they release find some bugs and release other version of the same thing.
So you say you can see the technology here, but it has to be perfected. Why? Because the Lord is not. It's they wanted their enterprises yesterday.
Yeah.
You understand? They in a rush right now. It's good to say devil come and great wrath because you get he's rushing right now, you know. But every time you keep trying to do certain things, it keep having glitches and glitches because there's not that time to be in that perfection.
Matter of fact, as I quoted before, you could now bring the Revelation 12.
Yeah, everything is in the Lord time. Even for a common man, you can find you trying to do something and something was put and spoke in your room. And then when it's time for the Lord, want you to actually get it. You will see things will start to work out. Things will start to work out for you to actually get it because it's not the Lord's time. You have it. It's simple.
Let me just switch Revelation 12.
Yeah, have it. Revelation 12, verse 12. He said, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time.
And I say, we could do 1-2 times, but it's time to be scripted because the devil literally on the move. They say he come down having what great wrath. When it was the draconian laws and so forth that he upholding right now, it's on a crazy level. And again, a short time because one of the things being mentioned on news, you know, podcasts, no matter where you turn to, is that at the end of an empire, 250 years, they go, that is coming up, that is next month or so? June? 4th of July, right, 4th of July, will be the 250 independence.
Yeah.
And again, that is the common standpoint for how our empire the whole Roman Empire might last 250 usually.
That's some pieces like
a couple. I think it's like 3 years old. But I usually start the certain point with that they go and end. And they know that because they're one of the things that they mention. One of the things they're mentioning over and over. That at 250 years, there are 250 years of that kingdom. Meaning that, and again, the signs we see in America is the downfall of a kingdom, right? But I would say the devil had coming on great wrath because you know what?
Yeah,
short time, they wouldn't want to give up their empire.
I was watching a video where they say when Trump went to, I believe it was China for the summit, and the Chinese president. The Chinese president was telling them, hey, all the yellow.
That when he dropped the sanctions on China.
He went, That was just last 2 weeks.
So there are two pictures, two American presidents visiting China. I'm parting. The first one, which was like decades ago or 2 decades ago, picture was in black and white still. The Chinese president bumbled to the American president. That was for Trump. And the American president going to the Chinese now, which is to show you how the power shifted.
And we know, hey, more have been going to take over here. The next to take over is Jake. Say for E, so is the N. Right? Right? So we the next we got next. You know? But it goes to show the power dynamic and there's really what it's going into. Let's come back to what the brother mentioned. When the Chinese president, he watched Trump and tell him in the face that America, you know what's Trump's excuse to that?
Biden.
He said Biden. he said the reason why we so is because of Biden.
Back in the days, that can happen.
That couldn't happen.
Like prophecy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's
Right
right.
now, men beating up plowshares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What China tell him? I think China forward that message. What China tell him? Tell him about Cuba. Say Iraq Iran we help, but this one we tell another outright. Don't leave that alone. That's the reason why you don't believe that. One of the reasons why they even attack Cuba, yeah? Like fully.
I know they send the ships and things.
Yeah, tell them, more tell them here going on. Iran, we give all your thing and come and help at the end of. But this one here, leave it alone.
And imagine they didn't even give a direct help to Iran, and Iran still give them.
Yeah,
You understand?
that's right. That something I was reading day before night, and if you watch the technology Russia and China give Iran, it wasn't plenty. You know? You believe China literally just helped Iran with this the technology with the radar surveillance, and that was it. Nothing going on.
Give
Well,
them,
a little more after,
information.
but the biggest thing was the surveillance to tell them here what's going on. This jet coming here, these soldiers here,
This ship here.
this ship here, and that is where Iran attacked pinpoints, and that would mash up the whole situation. And that is one of the reasons why Trump ran across. He ran across was to tell them, well, try to cut a deal. Hey, you can't be, this and that, and you just him go to Russia here.
You can't go to Russia this one. You don't put it as a...
The bear, hey,
Worse than China.
Revelation 13,
You don't put
talk
it
about the
on
bear.
there.
You know Russia waiting for them right now?
Russia
Gog
said
and Magog.
when he sent me, I forget the name, the woman called it on the newspaper. Some sim something that because they didn't have the name for the ship.
Yeah.
So he said it in our way. He said, but Russia, right, Moscow was in full support of Cuba. That's the only good story with me.
Since that time after the Second World War with the Soviet Union and the Cold War and thing, since then men waiting patiently,
No, well, I was watching a documentary and they say that America was cutting a deal with Russia. They had a deal going on.
That's Soviet
Right?
Union at one time.
Yeah, that's how they infiltrate them now. That's how they get to
That's a wrong
overcome.
paperclip time when it is that they take the German scientists and
Yeah.
after that Russia Soviet Union started a war against them and thing. Since then men waiting patiently, Men never let her go. Men holding in the heart since then, and them just waiting patiently for that time to happen.
They were showing you the dynamics of America compared, and again, like prophecy, because whereas, hey, Jake would say they trust in chariots, they trust in Egypt because what? There was many. You see that, but when they was comparing it to other places and show how weak it is, you understand? And that is the thing, but that is the pride that he's so thinking that they're going to a battle to win. You understand? You understand? Hey, Lord is the host of the battle. Isaiah mentioned that. See, he must really, he's the host.
He must have the battle.
You see what he will gather the nations in the valley of what? Jehoshaphat, the place of what? His judgment. I'm seeing it. You know? See, the Lord going to destroy you. Hey, when them chariots burst them skies, man, it's going to be an honorable thing.
Epic.
Epic. Say all eyes will see. You know? Which one of them are you holding for me?
This was the,
What?
In Job 20 and 23,
yeah.
when he is about to fill his belly,
Which one are
20,
yeah.
23.
That one and 21 too. Some same way along those lines. See if you find it out.
Alright. 20 and 23.
Yeah.
When he is about to fill his belly, power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
So when they try to enjoy the bountifulness. Because men don't, remember, ultimately the elites control all the different sides of it. So no matter who win or lose, the elites win and win in the end. So they already have a set chessboard where they think to themselves that no matter if this side lost or this side lost, we still win. Not considering that all win and lose. You understand? But men believe in the divine intervention, but they still taking the right measures against it.
They call that like poker. Poker, you know, when a man have 4 ace, he go all in. I know when a man have flush straight, just sit up.
Straight flush, yeah. Royal flush.
Yeah, royal flush, just waiting.
No, wait, no, I think. What is the 4 aces, buddy?
4 aces.
What is the 4 aces in poker?
Royal flush, like a straight flush.
They can't have a royal flush without the ace. kept a real flush down the ace, and the ace already.
No,
Well,
it's
any straight flush
any
can
straight
be
flush
any
can-
four
yeah,
end.
any four, yeah.
Any four any kind. Yeah.
And I was
Well, I know all of us.
As a dealer, I forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You understand? So men still thinking to themselves that that's why the scriptures say what they say. It says, say to the rocks, fall on us. Because they know. So that's why they're putting the things in place so that when everything wiped, they will still have seasons to be able to take over. Don't thinking to themselves that they might still have a chance. Because the Lord putting that in the spirit to have that pride. That's why I say the second is just 13, they say they were so afraid, but still yet gospel.
But
That was this, I think, it's not Mark Cuban, one of these other guys, top investors was talking about, is the reason why he did drop a little nugget, you know, a little thing, and he was like, is the reason why we have, is the reason why the rich just have places that they can hide, and he was going into the bunker, and when he realized that, he was just saying, well, a little bit, he stopped, but he was going on to the fact of where things heading to. They have places that they can turn to,
yeah.
whereas the rest don't.
I'm glad why everybody else out there enjoying it. Them done realizing, hey, this.
Who asked this guy, it's not Jeff Bezos, but one of these top investors, right? What they did was release all they invest in that company, one of the biggest companies, but they sell the bonds. And people was like, why would they sell the bonds in this time? If you're telling people to invest because they're going to have a crash when they sell the bonds, they know it coming back after that. It's not a normal coming back. It's not what you all think it is to be.
Yeah.
You understand?
The wealth that they try to make sure and salvage is not paper dollars.
Mhm.
They're stocking up things that they know they could use after. Because paper dollars was reprinted. You understand?
But that is what causing inflation right now. But if it causing inflation right now, it's because it's too much
It's in circulation.
It's in circulation. They overprinted.
I believe I was telling my coworker that he was talking about, but you know, I want to invest when this company open up and start buying shares. I said, hey, you go lost all everything.
But that might the IMF, that's one of the reasons why the IMF having an issue with Trinidad and Tobago.
See, we are hyper
The dollar
inflation.
have to devalue.
Yeah.
So they that have to keep value now. Like the basic. Now the article just
Yeah,
saying in a
that's-
nutshell.
yeah.
The money have to go up for their money to maintain it.
The float, yeah.
So the foreign exchange will be balanced. And
Balance.
I like so. You telling me? You gotta pay $150 something dollars for a bread.
Yeah, but
So-
the government's talking about
For you
that.
to get $1 McDonald's?
So the,
The government was talking about
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
So the plan was
That's last year.
the plan was for that
Oh,
was
we
to
got
right?
money.
Devaluation.
Yeah.
Evaluation. So basically on a common standpoint, like if you're doing it like a normal time, not in this time of year, because we know there are other stuff happening that causing it, like
Yeah.
that the rise in oil and all these things causing that, right? But like we said, those stuff not happening. Usually a country would devalue the dollar, so they will come back balance. It don't last long. It's because devaluing the dollar is only it just to make it come back.
It's like
Yeah.
to balance the foreign exchange.
It's a balance
now,
now, but so when they do balance back,
Yeah.
when they do balance back, your dollar will come back out with more.
Alright, so it's like right now, so Trinidad dollar and the US dollar almost will be same right now because the US dollar holds so much. So the International Monetary Fund, I don't know, hey, all you have to do something
For we money to
because remember we
stay up
is
there.
import, we don't make nothing, we buy everything. So you come like we almost buy the dollar for America. Which is a bad sign
It's
for
a
them,
bad
but them
sign
ain't
for them.
making no money really, you know.
Yeah.
They come like, I buy with US, buying it in US.
So that is why like when it comes to like stock like getting US dollars, it becomes
It's
difficult.
become hard. And now
But-
we talk about business owners, always
Yeah.
complaining that they have enough US in the bank and blah, blah, blah. But go on a block plan and tell our man you have 500 US. See how fast they go. Yeah, the bank never have it to know. Funny enough.
I going to buy some food here. There, a man telling me, the woman who I buy the food from. See, I had the USA, no one already paid now.
Yeah.
You understand? How much you want?
All you have to do is just spread it with a rub, you will get to us.
You know? So, but
The
this
black market,
is
man.
an example. this is an example of how bad the economy is. What you're seeing signs of a dwindling economy.
Good.
Now, if in China, the reason why they didn't even devalue the dollar yet is because they know if they devalue it at a crash, that is it. But if it crash, it go devalue it by how to pay fair by automatic then. But it just not devaluing your dollar alone, it's devaluing everything around the world.
I'm gonna start doing it.
Yeah, yeah. But if it
And then do it
devalue,
gradually.
and the system, nah, come think about it. You put yourself in more things. So that's the reason why. But they was talking about, as you said, they talking about it for a year now.
Yeah.
A roughly about a year.
Since I got the power, that's what I was talking
But
about.
since before
That's
the
so much
election,
more than the
Rowley
country
was
studying
that.
was
Yeah,
talking
studying
about
that.
it first.
They
He
mind-
said
they
that
mind
if
for-
they come into power, these things will happen, the value of the money will depreciate, they will have to go to the IMF,
Jake,
so on and so on,
Jake,
yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. Jeremiah Tutti. Jacob Shovel. Read that for me. Because Acknell say something there.
About 6 or 5, 6.
Yeah. Let's straight to the, you know, the meat we just been.
Right now, I'm watching some videos.
I'll
in
go
the
from
US.
5 go down to
And
7.
some people complaining this about the rise of the gas prices.
Yeah.
I see some people complaining like literally, like so, like we might see gas go up around $2 here. We might complain, but in America they say since even before COVID, the same majority of U.S. citizens was in some kind of debt, whether it be credit card debt,
Student loans.
with student loans, some kind of debt, and that was before that.
The value of the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you know, $1 is worth 45 Jamaican, right? And it's $5 a gallon, Jamaican dollars a gallon for gas. How I have to pay $5 TT a gallon of gas in Trinidad? I mean what? Dollars and them stand up, it can't be so. You know what I mean? That is the old trick in the old fiat currency, and that currency, everybody had a level now, so it's the US, you know what I mean, and other countries below
It
that.
had a lot to do a video, right? Concerning the fall of the Edomite kingdom now, where Edomite woman was complaining, and one of the women was saying that she was paying, I think, was student loan for about 2 years. 2 years.
Crash them out.
And she said when she went and got a readout, she said it's 90,000.
No, that's crash them.
She said
That's crippling.
that one take she whole life to pay off.
That's why.
People,
And advised
they
that
say
you take
people
that.
working 6 to 8 hours just for $50.
Right, so let me add
Just to earn $50.
add the main thing, right? It was I think recently here it announced that the credit card, but obviously when I think I read it that time it works when gas prices raise, the credit card system have a system by itself, right? That is run, it is run like a sub off of the normal monetary system, right? So that have a system by itself, meaning it have our own stock, so thing. When that going down, right, your credit cards become worthless. Because it goes to show that the card is, remember it's money.
Yeah.
A credit card is usually worth like, you get a certain amount of money on it, but you have to pay it back at the end of the month or whatever, right? Right, so it's like a borrowing system. But when it's going down, it means that they can't borrow no more. So it's hard to get credit cards right now, but it also goes to, like certain credit cards, the people calling them and telling them, hey, what's going on? Your credit card acts,
Decline.
right? Because remember the credit card system is gonna red, right? So they can't give out, but they can't get back, right? No, that goes to show. Now remember, credit card is something like in America, like something people like
Something big.
something
Like
big.
that everyday thing.
That's an everyday thing.
That's a big thing.
Yeah,
Live
son.
off it more.
There's live off
That's
it.
exactly what we
Yeah.
debit cards come. What we just have, what we have done is generally circulating as debit. We don't really do that much with credit card.
Yeah.
But over there, credit card is like for everyday use. Take a taxi, you can buy a burger, everything. Them just pull a credit card for. You know what I mean? And that is how they live. Literally on credit. Literally,
Every single thing. Every single thing.
So when they get it,
Buy and pay later.
Yeah, buy and pay later.
When
So-
they-
Convenient,
but
buy
but
and pay later.
but it's a system that is so implement because they know they would can't be like a slave forever.
God,
You understand?
that's going and
Always owe them.
say yes, it come like your salary.
Yeah.
From the time you get salary, it's gone.
You just
Yeah.
usually want to give you out of your salary
Good.
because them taking it one time.
Yeah.
One time. You understand? So it come like when they go like we had what they would consider free education, right? It's really free. If you're comparing it to like America, where when you reach college, you gotta go and see if you get a college loan, right?
No, you get it.
No, you don't get
taxes
nothing.
not even going towards
Yeah,
education.
you don't get it all the time. There are people who never want to college loan. They might also want to take a loan from the bank. A college loan is something different. But with the college loan, it are people who reach 40 something years
No, the interest has been high.
and still paying
The
college
interest
loan.
has always gone. The interest has been so high, right? Now, when you now applying for the college loan, it will seem like a good idea. 5%, 3%, 4%.
Annually, I believe.
You know what I mean? So the
And
number
then go up.
something small. But when you compound it on the principal, which is the amount you need for school, like talking dorms, clothes, books, just get the full money. Don't hold back. The Lego in the packet. You see when it's time for it to come back? Now we do sketch it. You know what I mean? And then the time you take it to study, like we say this one, what is called a major. This one subject. By the time you graduate, that don't phase out and go on. Nobody need your, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you train for anymore. And that's how it does go. So now, instead of working in mechanics, everything is computerized now. If you don't have a background in IT, nobody will dig up in the car. Everything is hybrid with motherboard and chip pad. You know what I mean? A car is like a computer now, it's more computer than machine. You understand? So if you just know about carburetor and respirator and old school parts,
stuff, yeah.
you don't phase out, they don't want nobody hiring you, so now you have to go and white tables in the morning,
Yep.
drop fries in the next restaurant in the night to try and pay off just the student loan. We are talking about living yet, you know? Because as you say, like, man have to
And-
go all day for
yeah.
$50. That is why over there, men does go on bad for Jordans. Men was rob men to Jordans because our Jordans come like a week work, you know. Because their minimum wage is about the minimum wage is not over $10 an hour. The minimum wage is like $8.50.
850. No.
Because of the value added.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's
what?
why the monetary fund insisted that other countries, the value there is to keep their value stable. That's why that's so
I know,
important.
watch this. 850 to us, it sounds like a little bit.
When my cousin told me she was working for that years ago, I was like, you know what? So I go 17 something. So she, yeah, but I ain't the serious. I was like, you have a point. You have a point. That can't do that.
So the 850 to us sound like that's $8, but to them I plenty. That is why when we how we just take gas prices raising seriously when it raised by $2. For them, when it raised by 5 cents,
Sense, that's
they must be like, wait, something wrong.
50 cents and all
Something
that.
off.
Boycott.
Something here, let's boycott
Use
this gas
petrol.
station, you know? And that is the difference. So when we talk about, when we compare them, that is why, but we know the main judgment is on the land, is the land away. America. I will tell you, 2/3 shall be taken from the land. That is basically talking about where? America, right? But the difference is that we might take it serious when we reach like $2, $2.50, and so
Yeah, no.
hold on, there's something wrong.
So, but like, talk up that, like traveling.
example is like Barbados. Barbados this week their oil, their gas prices raised, right? But the only reason why they know it raised by like 150, right? So men on the internet right now going,
I think major money lower than money and all that.
nah, not again.
So I know they just use US.
No, not again. We dollar is like literally one of the lowest in America. I'm sorry, in the world, in the Caribbean. Sorry, in the Caribbean right now. Due to the fact that we went through 10 years, right, with one crackhead, and then the country come and get another crackhead.
What's
You
battles?
understand? So from You understand? Yeah. But we know these things that happen for those particular reasons. But what we're trying to show you is that how everything leading up to leading up to a grand event.
What it's showing is that Little America is going down with
Just
big,
like the
with,
big
with
America.
Well,
big
no,
America.
he that help it and he that is work, but both of them shall fall down and fail together. You know? So if you big one failing, what you feel? If you're high dog smashing up, you cool like a mash up. Come on.
What was the precept of the whole lot?
I was in 12-12, but
Was he one who was reading
that
out?
finished.
Jake, was the one who
I was reading Job
You finish it?
20, 23.
Yeah, tell them what's going 21 and
21, 30. 21, 30.
Job 21 and 30. That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction,
Yeah, so that is-
they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath.
Yeah, so that's it. The wicked is well reserved for the day of what? Punishment. Right? And that day coming soon. And the Lord mentioned of all the things that want to happen to the wicked or this particular place. Right? New Basra. No, I don't finish it. So talk about the new plagues. Even the plagues are old. They talk about Wisdom of Solomon, I believe it's 17 or 14, right? This was pretty one that it mentioned what was going on in Egypt, right? It was giving an account of what went on in Egypt. Yeah, with the darkness and so forth. I believe it's like 17, I believe. Yeah, 17, right?
Scriptures say what it say will be worse than any other
Worse
time.
than any other time. You get that? There you are. Daniel 12, eh? 10? 12, 10? 12, 1, sorry. 12, 1. You understand? So now you see the wicked is reserved for what? They have punishment. That is what the Lord keeping them for. They reserve. Remember, reserving something they set for a particular time. That is what people have to realize. It's not just coming at one time, it's reserved. This judgment is reserved. How much time you read the scriptures and you read that hey, the wicked be mocked?
The same Wisdom of Solomon 17?
Yeah, 17, but start from verse 1. Right? But no. I'll tell you what the difference.
Yeah.
I want to bring this here first. Right.
You see the Daniel 12 verse 1. They say, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of the
Not
people.
them Michaels in the movies. Yeah, understand? Not them Michaels in the movies. Some clip I was in there, they done next show and they pick the other Michael in that shit. You know?
I should have seen Michael. You ever see a show with him?
And the act, you really feel so when I give the pick Michael who be not top angel.
Can I get the rocks out to pick up? They're going to put the rock.
You really feel it when I give a top angel like Michael and to pick him and someone and I eat him, right? Come on.
The right hand in the hand.
Yeah.
The right hand of the right hand.
But what are the right hand?
What are the right hand? Yeah, on that side.
The King David is the right hand.
Yeah.
I will show you.
You see, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble.
A time of what?
Time of trouble.
So emphasizing again that the scriptures continue to mention that it's not going to be a good time. It's not going to the concept of where people believe that in this place going to really end up in goodness. With the statement Jake like of all these days, goodness. You know? Goodness, man. Vibes. That is not the way it is. The scripture mentioned troubling times. Timothy did mention what the perilous times, all these things. It's troubling. That's why we need what is called it? Divine intervention. We need those angels there. What are we going to do, Esau? With the technology Esau have, what can Jake do? Jake going on the, I see a video of Jake on the gun range a little while back, right? Jake on the gun range, no planning to do bad. And I have a video that he might with a knife. Shoot it, he pelted the knife from a distance further than them. You understand? But he hit in the middle of the thing and Jake shooting and he missed it.
Jake
Yeah.
Malibu is most wanted.
You know that stereotypes? He sort of, that's one of the stereotypes he sort of bring up. You see, when it comes to civil war, you see, we go win. When Jake asks him why, you see, all of them shoot so. No, Jake can't shoot so. You understand? But it's serious thing when you think about it. And again, how you going to be Esau blessing is what? The sword. The idea of blessing. You understand? Our blessing is gained. Our blessing, and it goes to show how the spiritual and carnal, right? They get what? A carnal blessing. But we get the services of who? The Lord. You understand? We get that. That's the difference. We have the Lord with us. Where they have their technology, their tools, their mass weapons of mass destruction, we have something that will make their mass destruction look like baby food. That's what we tell only to turn back to who? To Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. You understand? Cease, repent. You know? Right.
Yeah, see, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
As what I mentioned, a time like never before. Things that I've never seen. You understand? Things that they can't even comprehend. You know? Man, we talking about a time where it had a little fly, so now they suddenly a brain, a mosquito.
There was no place like that for me in the beginning.
We're talking about men who splicing the genes of previous diseases and making it 20 times more super disease. Turbo disease. Men never about super disease in their life. So all of a sudden we're hearing about turbo cancer and things. All you know about turbo cancer.
How you put about turbo before cancer? You know this kind of...
What do you mean by turbo cancer, Doc? It means you're going to kill you fast. You understand? It means you're going to kill you fast. Yeah.
Long time I used to be able to take chemo and the doctor say you have 6 months, no? You have 6 days.
Yeah.
You don't even waste your time on chemo. I say
No, man, then you taking it just instantly.
you're dropping down.
I
You
see a
go-
man just
you getting
stand
up?
up.
You getting ready to go on a boat, right?
I said,
And by the time you pull your boots and stand up, you fall down.
you know, funny, I am about doing a Google search on that. Because really and truly, anybody has common sense and they pay attention, they would know that particular, I'll call it, pattern only started in the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, what was
Like the sudden death syndrome. Like men just falling down and just dying randomly. That never used to happen.
It's only had
past
one
5
catalyst.
years.
True. There was only one catalyst 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
One.
Before that, men never used to just be standing up. When you used to see athletes and flicking radio
Running down the field and
announcers,
falling down.
radio announcers giving a speech, and just fade away. You never used to see that before. I end up googling that. I end up Google say, well, there's no solid facts about when I started well dance around it. I say yeah.
But they put that ESO technology, the never get shit and stuff.
Say yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, that was wrong, so like, even the virus itself that they were trying to protect me from never was that. Nobody suddenly died from it. Nobody. All of a sudden, they were going on. If 2 and 2 equal 4, this and that equal 50. Come and get. And they run again. So people just couldn't live without what? What you couldn't live without? I go wait because he was getting everything the same way.
But there are different avenues. Some was keeping resources from them. Others was fear. Others was peer pressure from their peers to go and do it. He saw target, you know, like say Super couldn't get Adam, say went to eat. Like that different avenues that they went to be able to
So I was
encourage.
just saying, no, but whenever if you did sit down and think, what it is it was lost in, that's not. What it is it was lost in.
Position.
No, well, at the point in time,
But freedom is, anyhow, as you said, as you were saying,
what did they try to offer? One, fear.
Now I say different avenues.
You understand? So it had people who had loans, paying mortgage, at the trend to mind who paying rent so that there wasn't fear of loss in the job.
For even people who just didn't want to feel left out. Like
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
like you say you are around your family and your family shunning you and pressuring you to do it. Some people did it because of that.
I think that was majority of people. I think that outweighed the rest. Because when you hear people was talking about it, they wasn't talking about like the job. They was talking about just being around. Whatever everybody syndrome, it's not syndrome really. Yeah, you see wrong too. But it's something to do with being lonely. You know what I mean? Faith now, right? About being left out. Right? And I feel like what I do have video that I hope I remember it for as well.
That's what they love the praise of.
Yeah, so that was going to come to me too. But it goes into the scriptures mentioned, the blind shall lead the blind and both shall fall into a ditch. It's people who just can't be alone. They always have to follow somebody there now. You know?
You feel accepted.
They feel accepted. And like one of the things, well, okay, my aunt take it, I could take it too. Or my bedroom, them lying on a boat cruise, I could take it too. You understand? They just don't want to be alone. You understand?
Like my iPod. His girlfriend at the point in time, she take it. Tell him he had to go and take it. He went and take it.
Yes.
Yeah, he went and take it. And he went and take a booster.
Because of she.
Because of she.
And I say some today bigger people through different means to get them to do it one way or the next.
The same thing at Arab.
You know?
Nah. His tail wag the dog.
But there is an example of what you would consider a man pleasure being down a wrong path. You know, because again, where is one you find pleasure in a woman.
Because you're hacking onto your wife.
Other people might find pleasure in party.
Yeah.
A man might find pleasure in when I eat fast food at a restaurant. So it was like I can't do all this.
Even
You know?
Even just last night I was watching an article where they're saying that they have a large consumption or upscaling the sales of alcohol. Now, even though
Yeah,
alcohol
so that's-
prices,
It rise.
They should
Yeah.
have to go shadowing the other CARICOM countries right now.
Because of stress.
Alcohol prices.
I know the crazy thing about it. I was reading something in America. Their alcohol consumption dropping. Yeah, no, but I want to tell you, what may be the cause of that? You know? But the difference is that, like, naturally,
Yeah, they still drink that moonshine, 10 ounce of moonshine.
no, but like naturally, Caribbean is usually we's bigger drinkers. If you're comparing us to the rest of the world, we's bigger consumers of alcohol.
yeah, but even but
against the Caribbean, not
Yeah.
Caribbean against.
but even if you watch it, right? If you compare this time to like before COVID, you will see that in this present time it have more parties, it always have something going on than before.
Right, it's a connection.
Yeah, that because
That's all.
Escapism.
yeah. I know.
That is something we people as we
Every and I want to say, and I you remember mine, I'll go on the same one, but then get me.
and that the alcohol consumption, even the carnival passes, say that was one of the biggest turnouts ever.
But it's for a particular reason. And not just because men, you know, a reason.
You see, ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Escapism is the tendency to seek distraction or relief from the stress, routines, unpleasant aspects of reality.
And that is what I was going to say. One of the reasons why you see so much of parties, parties is because of that. It's just they want to get rid of what the everyday life, the way this is going through, you know. How much time we hear men say, well, I don't put on the news because I don't want to see what's going on. I'm already going through so much already, you know.
Just this week I was telling my co-workers now. I say, you know, you can feel it in the air, the tensions. People are complaining, nothing is not enough. I say, I could understand that degree why a man might get up and say, boy, you know, this could be, this is making no sense to them.
Let me show you something.
And they're like, boy, what you saying, boy? You plan on killing yourself, or?
Let me show you
I
something.
find you talking negative.
This is pay week here, right?
Yeah.
This is month end. Is that task for everybody? Watch from tomorrow till Friday. Watch how the place is. This is pay week. Watch how the place going to be. Right? Usually from all now, you can't the streets. It's that people who get paid already. Like government workers and must get paid the 24, 21 by the they don't get paid already. But usually, but for the rest, this weekend. I want to pay attention to how we going. Even businesses. If you want businesses right now, the store looking kind of way thing because it just in the air that it just something off. Yeah, that was explaining to just now. The street that I'm working on, there's one of the busiest streets in the whole of that particular side. Sometimes you can't even bend the highway off the highway because it's traffic. For the past few months, the place is dead. It's dead. You know? Yeah, the bird, you don't see maybe cease.
This guy
Who?
got me the
Where is it? Huh? Go ahead, start.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I said this guy got me the other day around Bulls, and he was talking about like how like certain little stores and the people who lose all their jobs is the people that usually shop in the stores. So they no longer have the availability to be shopping constantly as they used to do.
You see what going on player?
No.
You see what player this week? You're going to cut them?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
boy. Yes, boy.
They say, I was reading where they say Amplia at the point in time when they buy it over was just a couple of about 6 million or something the company was worth, and they buy for 2. The government buy it over at that point in time for $200 and something $1 million.
So whoever just benefits from that, yeah, like,
Right.
Right.
So
So
when-
they're doing an investigation.
Investigation. So what done is this, right? When they buy it over, they get to realize that it has real mismanagement. Right? Like with money and all this sort of stuff, like how they was pushing the money out and then and you know this government, their solution to them kind of problems is to
And I believe
no, they will still run. But like company wise, Like you see, like how you see them walking on the streets, so they are
No endorsements and
gone.
What I say is more people going home. Right?
More people going home. Right, basically.
Even this week too, it had the article, I believe it is with Express House.
Express House.
They're like going some journalists
some
and
journalists,
yeah.
I think that is why
Huh?
I think that is why
Well, I don't know,
no,
but
that the AI.
the
They switch over to the AI.
the guy named Cecil.
Is ICL mentioned that? Move from Milan, go to something. Go see something else on the ICL mentioned about Detroit or something like that. But nonetheless, you want? Yeah, go ahead.
They say, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. They say, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Yeah, so then they're written in the book, they will be delivered. And some we will be of that. You know? We will be of that. No, it's not many go say, but all the children, no. Yeah, all the children going to be saved in the kingdom. But think about the destruction they're going to get here first. Many still got talking about. Hey, you know, about Jake. Yeah, but all going to be saved. Yeah, but let that come knocking at the door now.
Not even that it had Jake that say, well, you have to there anyhow, you know. So it's better you go down enjoying it.
I'm bringing a real good point here. I say nothing here too. You say watch these killers. You see when you watch videos of killers, right?
Yeah.
They're killing for years. But when the table turn, what is going on? Tears. Scared. You understand? So these are the kind of things that I realize. When you tell the Israelite men, what is we talking about? We don't need to think we could be saved. No. Yeah, all the children is in the kingdom. But where's all the judgment here? Because that two lying around upon you.
And they bite me in the neck first.
Yeah.
Bite up your leg.
I was telling you that mentioned strange beasts. The apparitions. All the apparitions. Actually, make it somebody want. All our brave men is pretty brave. Some men who's known to be killed. Let them hear something fall in the house stranger. No.
But even when you have Revelation 14, they say when they see that shall be
Tormented.
with fire and brimstone. Then say men can die instantly and brimstone and devil.
Imagine you're going in the forest, right? Mosquito bite you. 2-3 hours after your whole side of your face so that big.
And you die.
And you die.
Yeah, that's feel that pain for however long. Now I say what? They say they that are killed with the sword are better than they that are killed by famine. Because, to be real, you died slowly for like 21 days, Benjamin. Like, no pleasant death. Like, imagine you're so weak you can't even go. You just have to lie down there and just hope you die. Because you had nothing to eat.
Like they were showing some Ukrainian. It's Ukraine the war with Russia, right? Yeah. They're showing some Ukrainian soldiers now, boy. That was in some tunnels. Because remember when there was war with Russia, so they was hiding. Yeah, but they was hiding for I think a good little over a month. But when they do get to come out from the cave where they was, because it had Russian soldiers on the ground in the area.
Ex-president. Weeks here, I should.
I wouldn't know.
Follow me?
Weeks here. You want the last president?
She ain't gonna do nothing for nobody.
That's it, she won't let me. She told me.
Yeah, but she can't do nothing, she can't play.
No, but that's why I wonder why people sponsorship come and things.
No, but even as the ex-president, you're
Even as the current
supposed to have some sort of security detail. Yeah, security detail.
I see some women and think, but who knows this way about
Yeah. Even who the prime minister, whoever come out of office, even ministers will have a security detail. Right. So I was saying when on the ground, which part there was on the ground, it had Russian soldiers in it. But when they do get to come out, if you see the king, I would just say like how the scriptures describe Moses.
They look like they had no meals in a long time.
You hardly see in flesh, they're skin and bone.
And it had times when they start not to come. Men going and literally be looking like skeletal. You understand?
And not dying.
Skeletal and not dying. No painful that is, and your organs literally devouring itself. It's a real painful experience. Read verse 2.
Now, that what they bring you is in Solomon 17. Because you get a context of like when the Lord mentioned. You remember Revelation and Exodus. It's basically technically we know the hand and hand together. It's like when you read Revelation, it's like Exodus over. Because the scriptures mention what plagues. When Revelation mentioned plagues, when the plagues take place.
What do you want Exodus mean?
I can't remember how far it is.
Exodus, I think it means that's no, Exodus, it means like depart, yeah? It's something to do with departed.
I forget exactly me, I don't want to guess, but
Yeah.
that's the thing.
The mass departure of
Mass
people.
departure.
Correct.
What revelation is that one?
Reveal it.
A mass departure. You know what people? So it could be the same thing.
Yeah, basically the same thing. That's it. That was saying. Exodus and Revelation is usually coincide.
The definition is different, but what it's talking about is
Same thing.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It might be two different books.
That is
It come
what-
like
that is
it come
what-
like a Latio and a Tia. Both of them is Tia. Different name. A bluebird and a Sephiro.
And that is
Same thing.
That is why.
That's what it is.
That is why.
One was a physical, and the next one is both physical and spiritual.
Correct. The Exodus is the final one.
Yeah.
Final
And not
one.
only physical, but
Everything.
everything, yeah, everything.
Spirit, brain, body, soul, mind, everything.
Yeah, bring it.
Yeah, I know.
Bring it. I don't see that speaking.
You know, to understand the scriptures and the truth is really, because when the scripture tell you to count everything as done. And it say, depart from here because here is not your rest. And it say, if you find your life, you shall lose it.
It wasn't any option. Well, technically, you have an option in terms of a choice, but it's not really much of a choice.
Not
When
really.
you conform yourself to it, you have nothing to look forward to. Nothing, because everything is going to be taken away from you,
But-
whether you like it or not.
And that is the strong delusion, because if you conform yourself to here, and you don't see that the system or the place done and a downfall deteriorating, what will be a lot of time?
A man literally telling you will own nothing, and they are literally telling you that. So you don't know, don't look forward to owning anything. Even if you have $1 million in the bank, when shit pop off, they go in and remember the when Obama was in power, and the executive orders. The executive orders was to want to seize things, so they can seize transport, they can
Land.
seize land, food production, any kind of resources that you have. Any kind of resources that you have, they have the power to seize it from you under some type of emergency situation. So even if you
That
have
they
it,
deem emergency.
that they deem emergency.
They are the-
Yeah, that'll be an action. That is true.
Once them say so, yeah, alright, that's so.
You understand? So they could justify taking what you have from you and utilizing it. How like
We are
alright.
busy for-
Yeah, we're going on. That for here. You have plenty and them have none, so we can take your thing and distribute how much we feel like distributing to all of you. So technically you don't own nothing. That is what going to be happening to people. That is where the UBI come in.
What happened to Venezuela? Them oil. What going on now? Nobody in Venezuela getting money from that Trump promised them from them oil, now. And that oil done sell and use it.
But even the situation where I just talk about, right? Let me say distribution had to take place. You feel the elites going and be distributing their wealth among the people. They're going and take your wealth and distribute it amongst yourselves. You understand? You understand?
I still take a
I'm going to show you something, right?
still gotta get cut. I mean, I work it. I get it.
Trump, when Trump couldn't deal with Venezuela, tell them whatever money that they make go into his fund. Right? His fund and the small, that's a fund open together. So the money not reaching them. Right? Trump, earlier this week, he made a declaration stating that even if he out of presidency, him and his children will never face any tax stuff or whatever it is. So the cartouche, right? Then he did something recently before this. He did something about a month ago talking about that some investments that he made straight to his personal account, whereas it's supposed to go to
the American people.
people, but to his personal. Next account is every time you go to attack Iran, it used on the market, it used to have personal accounts opening up that would make investments, saying, well, so polymarketers, one of them polymarketers are places that they can one bet like, okay, at the end of the year, this is going to happen. So it have chances now. So every time you go to attack, so the FBI did an investigation and know that every time you go to attack, a stranger would come up with a link making a bet that he going to attack. And usually that will be correct. Well, it lo and behold, I think people trace back the account and realize that it's Trump's son. Right? So they capitalize on that.
Investing in all that is a big time over.
And before, and that, I believe before he did attack Venezuela, his son went and bought some barrels. Was either Venezuela or Iran. He did buy some barrels of oil and.
Nah, that's true.
Another one when you take oil, they scrape every blood clot.
I think his son had bought some barrels.
Like, let me just show you an example here too, because that's why we just say, Nero.
Yeah.
They want to look up certain things with Nero and we do in Rome with the financial situation and so forth.
like you're on the way out when you see that, like you
No, no, because remember them make them. Alright, so let me do something even. Let me go something even. As I bring up that, I'll be different thing I bring up because some of the bills he passed for the past 2 weeks, he actually faced the Democratic Party, like certain things that they would have to do. He cutting it off, and it reached that point where now the Democrats are going court to fight it. And then the court, the judge not giving them a fair thing because the judge obviously controlled by him. What I lead him to is that if a two-party constituency, one party put interest in the other party, it is always lead to what? Civil war. It is always lead to war because that means you're restricting the rights of the so-called rights of
cut blacks, voting rights.
Right.
As well.
So all of that, right. All of that in the mix.
All of that states is one mix.
All of that in the mix. All of that in the mix. But doing this, what they were saying is that when it do come to a time to election, and people go and they notice certain things change, it will lead to outright
and you know them
war.
Right? Intense folks.
So that is part of the where
It come like you're suppressing the rights.
Right. So where now you see the other party, they're trying to not make it reach to that because they're trying to fight for their rights. Now they can't do it. It's because what they're doing is cutting off the voter rights now. Meaning that, okay, so you see like how I mentioned the voter rights for black people in Alabama and Mississippi and
minorities.
So that course in October right now because they didn't realize that you're restricting legal citizens by using it to say illegal, but it's legal. Only because the percentages for midterms is that it shows Trump losing the midterms. If he lose the midterms, right? If he lose the midterms, the Democrats control back the House, and it will cause them to put him on prison time because everything that he do illegal. So he had a hope that he win.
I know he lay in the floor.
He lay in the floor to make sure he win.
Yeah.
You understand?
I see what you're saying.
Right.
It makes sense.
Right? So he had to win the midterms. And now, even if he win the midterms, he said, no, he not leaving office. Because that's why he building the ballroom and the drums and underneath. It's because they already preparing for what? For chaos. Civil war. Because they didn't go reach it. Remember, he talking about people in it because
he cutting off everybody.
Right.
So before I lost, you want to take it over from the dust.
Yeah, or you want to take it over by force. You understand?
The sure
how I leave it. You want to take it over when there's nothing.
The chair in America has fallen. Where they carry the president in the room.
In the room.
Now Olympus has fallen.
Olympus.
They Roman names, but the White House and thing. And
so you making sure you're well secured.
Yeah, making sure you're well secured now. You understand? So all of these are the point the thing, and this is what it's saying is that they ain't watching A lot of Jakes don't get caught.
Yeah.
A lot of Jakes don't get caught. Let me tell you something, right now.
Them don't get
Right, let me tell you
caught
something.
still.
ESO. Hey, I'm not even talking about the elites of the ESO or the ones in the army. I'm talking about common ESO. Like how we go be working here, the common ones.
You don't
Right
have to
now,
complain tonight.
right now, they want Jake bad. They want Jake bad. So they're just waiting for something to happen that they want all that.
To activate that.
And
I don't know if I could say I could say?
Yeah, you can say
the KKK spirit deep within.
No, I remember. It was the spirit before it was the KKK.
Yeah,
That was that in the
That was
DNA.
already
no,
in there.
but that's why I said they were activated.
It's them. Yeah, I was just saying they're dormant for too long.
Yeah, they don't want to.
Yeah, I want to have a finger pointing thing going on. So let's take out, for example, back in the time when it had all the factories, men was making good money. They call it the time of the
Industrial revolution.
before the millennials. What was before the millennials?
It's a talk industrial revolution.
No,
It's called them baby boomers. or
baby
something.
boomers.
Yeah.
Right, baby boomers time. When it had all the different factories and men were making good money. Since then, shit started to go downhill. And what I was doing was playing the blame game. Pointing fingers and saying, no, it's not we fault, it's them. That's the reason why, you know? And the same thing what I was doing with Jakes. That's why you see they're always highlighting every little crime that Jake do and all these different things. They're always trying to make it look like if it's not really, it's them fault. You understand? You understand? People, the whole slandering mentality. So half of them Edomites.
So
even somebody lower, Edomites. They just look at we like if we is one of the biggest problems that's going around.
Anyway,
and still not hated.
Anyway, them is trouble.
I mean,
Trouble
the
for
ball would hit that, it's in the spring.
That's where Karen come from.
Yeah, that would be with Karen, they call it.
You understand?
Ajit in the barbecue in the park, you know.
You told you could do that. Yes, sir. I'm calling the cops.
I'll ever see the video with the woman. She actually dog in a particular way or something like that. And it's that Jake, he was watching bird. His job, you know, bird watchers, and he was in the park now, so like early morning, and he stand up and he watching the bird and thing. And she called the police because he was like suspicious and that. Big thing she run up to pelch the dog and all kind of thing, and all kind of thing. That's the kind of hit. And Jimmy just started doing his job, and every morning he come outside and he say, he has watched my bird because he's a legalized.
Yeah, illegal. It had one where a black man and a white man was fishing, bro. And this woman called.
Yeah, I think I see that.
And the woman called the police, not knowing he is the chief of police in the state.
In the state, yeah, watch that.
Yeah, you're gonna call the cops? Yes, sir. You damn right I am. Yeah. Go ahead. I urge you. I think you should. You're right. When they come, hey chief, what's the problem? Your mother, she had no what to say again. Did I address them? Hey chief, what's the problem? He said, well, I don't know. She called you guys. I'm just here. Me and my buddy, we just sit.
And that, what did I do? Just his presence alone.
But
just don't want
that I said,
I don't feel like all of it fishing. It's a Haitian, right? A Jake. He just go, he call it fishing because he's from the hood, but he love fishing now. So he attire, you know, Jake and so you know, he go with a chain. He go, you know, Jake, he go look good, but when he fishing, that's something he love to do. He's a content on fishing. So you carry little nephew, little children, he's a fish. I watched him for years. And like 1 or 2 times he will post where he go to fish and catch bass, but he's catch and release because again he just love fishing now. And he was like 1 or 2 times he went to different places, and he say I know how I was going to see him, and I call the police and one time telling me come to rob somebody and them like. But what going on is that when the police come, they know him because he's so well known now. In the Florida state, he's so well known. Everybody knows him now. So when the police come, in the video you go see them.
Yeah, we see him right there. Yeah.
And then you go see him take a picture with the because again it's like you're meeting an online celebrity, you know. And what just go and say the police is usually rough on the post. The police say wasting the time.
No, because that's illegal, I think, across the border now. Wasting police time is illegal all over the world.
But as the actor, as I'm saying, now you get to car and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, there's CRJ in the
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have
CRJ,
fun.
hate that shit.
Your horror can say cold black, cold black. You got some lovely looking niggas out here.
And every time again, and go back to British scripture, see Ezekiel, perpetual hatred. Like a perpetual, it's everlasting, never ending. So that hate would always be there no matter what. He so know that we are the enemies. It's just Jake want to become friends with the enemies. That is his friends.
Well, it have a word for it, something syndrome. Stockholm syndrome.
Well, guys, are here.
Yeah, Liza done that.
Act, you finish the joke.
I had you
No, because you said I had done and then you just went on your thing.
Let's go in, let's go.
Yeah, remember what
Job 21 and 13, that the wicked is reserved for the day of destruction, they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Who shall declare his way to his face, and who shall repay him what he had done? Yet shall
Who will pay the wicked for them? Yeah.
This is 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yeah, man. That's true. That is what you see. That is Christianity. That's a doom. Because when you read the scripture, the so-called said in the New Testament, you know, New Testament Christians, you understand? But this written here, so how the Lord said, don't come. I told the Lord don't hurt. I told the Lord is all love. But any Lord said, don't pay that money.
I've a neighbor there now, there's Christians now. Same neighbor. Mother go to church and thing. So I went out with them now. So something else talking about, and I said, I don't eat them thing, you know. Say, not me. I don't eat anything that not eating me. What? I believe, you know them old people, you know when New Year's coming in, you have to cook your black eyed peas.
And you know what I say? You don't try to give him mad. Well, not give him mad, but you try to laugh at like, you know.
But he knocking you what?
No, New Year's coming, you betray your money in your pocket.
Don't sweep out your house in night. You sweep out the money.
Oh, yeah. Man, what kind of bullshit?
Revelation 22 and 12.
22 and 12? And I call you spiritual people.
No. Same thing. I go back in the
I
Job.
know.
Just
This
follow
is the
it.
book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 12.
Yeah.
It says, matter of fact, see, let me read from verse 11.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Matter of fact,
Go up now,
let
man.
me read from verse 8. It says, I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. Then saith he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book worship God. So he telling him, what's he brethren up? Then I keep the sayings of God. They go back to the saying, and they keep this word. God. No matter what it is they try to deny, like, now the Lord tell them not to add or take away. You understand? You have to keep these sayings. And if these sayings tell you that they will dash him with the chin on the rocks, you have to keep it. You understand?
John was 15. He's second time he did that.
Oh, the second time?
Okay, first time was 19.
Yeah.
See how do it not, and testimony.
Yeah, remember.
Remember when I man show you them kind of...
Yeah, I don't want to tell you that.
What
We will be a reaction.
Yeah.
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 Remember, in them time, They wasn't exposed to the things we exposed to, see their mentality and all, but we come
And
in the front,
seeing it, like,
seeing it
seeing the vision.
firsthand, you know. You know? And knowing for a fact that when you see it going and come to the past street, right at the front level.
Yeah, and I want to say you were stiff thing because John was actually listening. But remember, he was in the island of Patmos. And that was
that person
that person that was one of the most silent civilians.
Yeah, that was coming like
understand?
what was going there in America? It was Michael.
Yeah, that's one of the most civilians. So imagine you see all of that, man, you get weak.
Yeah.
But that goes.
You can't see way, boy, they go and take the enemy, boy, they go in and slay them.
That goes both
And when you
ways.
wake up, you're in this cage.
Because even though they didn't see the thing, because we seen it on a more greater scale, the wickedness and everything now.
We seen it,
But
right?
even for Jakes now, to see the ground open up and solar a man and roll out solar.
Them will fall down. Them will fall down.
That was the scripture say, I think the scripture say we know more than Daniel. You understand? Because again, with Daniel and see,
They didn't understand.
they didn't, at that point, but they will come back and understand.
Yeah,
You understand? See men right in here, they come back to break down the same
The
thing.
scripture say, some,
Said, the worms devour
No
my flesh.
worms
yet
consume my flesh, and my eyes will see my maker.
Say,
no, it say, so like, yeah, the scripture say, they will put you into remembrance now, but you know the former things, and then you know the things of
Yeah,
now.
God.
You understand?
say, and he said unto me, sealing of the saints of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at the hand.
Yeah, so now we come into play where they say what? Yeah, the teachers will not be removed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that corner.
I shall say teachers.
Yeah, I shall see the teachers because I not see no more, so now what? The will be expected in four corners of the earth.
That's right.
As the prophecy said. So now nobody can say that. Yeah, you have no justification for sin. You have none. Just like when you wash again, you take away the justification for sin. That is why people hated him. That is why he won't say, yeah, here we are, because this was Barnabas. Yeah. Take down Barnabas, boy. And was coming and take a Genghis. I won't kill him. Because why he like them now? You know better now, right? Go forth and don't read again. And you know what Jake do? Went forth and read again.
That's why you say a prophet had no one any tongue. I remember when you was the sinner. No, you playing I chess.
Yeah,
You want to
play
tell
them
me?
about they preaching on the road. I want to tell you what. I remember when you was on the block with me, you tell them about and you this and that. And
But
jump
you
this
can't
and
tell me
that.
nothing, boy.
Is this not Yahushai, the son of Joseph and Mary, who we've known since since
How he said he's the king of the Jews? How he can say that? I know he since he's small, so I hear before he how he's like.
One man tell me, just no feel and say, "Yo, I know you."
I know you from your space, boy.
You talking
It's
about
a old space, boy.
talking about preaching and things. Say, I know you, but I know you. You know? I know you. I wasn't even a big talk to be talking about that. We were talking about, you know, why you always say that? So I didn't understand, bro. I don't want to put that. You know, I know you.
They're contagious.
Say, I know you.
You knew me.
New. That is scriptures mentioned to become a new creature. That's why people can't understand.
Knew me.
You call the old man, and usually you call the old man, that's what it's going. You understand?
I don't find it uncomfortable to go. Like I find like I've been around them. You know, it's not nothing, you know, it's just that it's not appealing, it just lose the. What's the point?
I just want to run.
spiritual resignation and not the
They don't feel it.
And there's the difference, like, when I work online, go to tutorials. There's nothing really like
We can't have no good
I'd rather be
conversation.
home.
What we are talking about?
I'd rather be home, do my little video, read my little thing, watch a brother video here, and my phone, a little game. I'd rather do that than just watch something.
Let's all do that,
And come, and I have a tutorial, I know we go tell you.
And I'll end up in problems.
And yeah.
So he hiding from somebody and I tell you and then
Which can say
both all again.
yeah, and who's the next one? Who's the next one? Let's go with that. Be not in it, follow another asana. To send the book of Psalms.
Yeah.
See if you get that from her.
That one I said,
I want to Psalms 1, it says, sit not in the seat of the
Your body. Right,
the next one,
remember.
let's see,
I forget.
You know, I want to do an Ecclesiastes because I think it's 25. Ecclesiastes is
25, yeah, we talk about the thing, I think it's something, I think it's that one we must go through, but we talk about and nothing be around your body, you know. Talk about one Ecclesiastes talk about a multitude that sin is set up for death or something like that. Some wrong with language, I but I'm not finished up this. Revelation 22 verse 10, and he said underneath, seeing the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his as his works shall be.
Yes, so what if you go give the repayment for the wicked? If you repayment is
That
at least wages are wages of sin
It's
is death. You know what I mean? The brother quote earlier. Who be revealed?
wicked man of perdition.
Son of perdition.
The son of perdition, the
Son
man
of
of sin,
perdition.
and the wages of sin is death.
Death.
So what you feel is the payment? And he said, who shall repay him? Come on. He said, what shall I do? He said, behold, I come quickly, and my hearing and my reward is with me.
That one too.
You know what I mean? To give everybody according to the work, because Yahweh shall come to give them according as the work was. Hey, all in the next seed, we well in wickedness, here you go. That is
get what you
all.
deserve.
That is all.
I fairness, you get what you deserve.
The wages of sin is death, and he is the man of sin. Come on, so what you feel he get the biggest inheritance and destruction of that? You know what I mean? He dies all. They Job 21 and 31. Who shall declare his way to his face, and who shall repay him what he had done?
So they say what they say what a man sow, so that he shall reap. You're not going to do wickedness and expect to get the reward of the righteous. That it don't work that way. The same way you can't expect the righteous to do all that work and then get nothing for it. You understand? Both of them is abominable. You understand? A man can work hard for you pay, and you take the man pay and go and get a girl who do nothing. That wickedness. What she did, she had to get according to she works. And what he did is supposed to give him according to his works. And that is what will happen. That is why majority of our people on this side, they're going to be wiped out. Because that is what they work for. They didn't work for salvation. Scripture says about work to get called on election, sure. They wasn't doing that. Men were studying to drink excessively. Like the man last week, it was last week before, that was last week.
It was last week.
Last week.
Last week.
You excessively, drink excessively and just be merry. That was their work. So their reward going and be likewise. You understand? According to the fruit of the labors.
Come like the man from Constantine when he walked in the convenience store and just started
Drink.
drink the fat man.
Yeah.
I think it was a priest.
Yeah,
He started drink because why? That is the vice. Alcohol. That drink and realize like, but the demon so in him that he a feeling it. He again don't have to drink until he fall down on his spot.
He didn't even know alcohol was going on inside
Yeah.
him. He lived by the bottle. He died by the bottle.
One time, instant.
Look at what happened when it is the so-called spirits that are trying to attack him. What was the first thing he turned to be able to help him? Alcohol. And the first thing he run to. My boy went on a fast to try to save the Lord. No, he went and drink. Same thing he trusted in, same thing was the destruction.
And that's the same reason why alcohol, the consumption of alcohol and rise.
But can't deal with the
Yeah,
reality
they can't deal
of
with
the
the-
situation.
The spirits that are
They want to fight the spirit with spirit.
Help
Yeah,
fight the
Jackie
spirit.
Chan, they watch it. Fight fire with fire. You fight magic with magic. Fight spirit with spirit.
That's it.
I still have
Is
the
it
Wisdom of Solomon
Yeah, that's
17.
go to the wisdom of Solomon.
Right. So Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 1. Was from verse 1, right? He said, for great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions.
So men thought you could the scripture say when he had touched you, touching the apple of his eye. Yeah, so men thought that I just do that and you know, be a priest, you know, because we just imprisoning people like that. That's supposed to be a normal thing. They didn't consider that.
I mean, it's 400 years and that's what I expect them to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
well,
said this is the way it's set.
Yeah, well,
My inheritance is the sword and the fatness and the
we go,
earth. So I feel like
we
that's
go
what-
create some projects, run some guinea pig testings and things. We'll release some pestilence over here to deal with these side of these jakes here. Yeah, and we go take them down slowly.
And that just show how unspiritual Esau is. If Esau see what happened to Egypt, conflicting us and men in land.
Ah,
You know what I mean? Look,
what?
They built Egypt.
What the
2.0.
scripture say?
You know what I mean? They built Egypt part 2. Like, what one was the first one?
Oh, you could tell a carnal man but spiritual
I
things,
say,
right?
that show how unspiritual he is. He didn't learn nothing from. Usually you
Matter
see
of
a
fact,
man.
he did. He said, you know what? We can do it better. You understand? He did.
I not there.
What is going to say, example? Well, Ian was thought of everyone on MSD. You accomplish and everything. So she did. He said, you know what? You can do that better.
And the time I scripture
Bring back the
say,
safe side.
if he do something good, he do it unwillingly.
It's right for
You understand?
It's right
So it's his joy, his pleasure to do wickedly.
Yeah.
And if it come out good, he say, hey, yo, wait now, we need to turn this around. Make it 100-fold. And these jakes here, yeah,
You know what they get them now? That 5% they get?
Yeah.
You don't like
they don't deserve that.
Get them 0.1. Get them 0.1. 0.1 is good enough.
And then we will go back and take it.
Then you 0.1 to it.
And then, you know, I build something, increase something, gas, something. And yeah, that's what it is.
You get them this, make them feel in good case, they'll start to work more, start a thing, and then you'll come and take it back. Just like how the government has do, alright, you know what's going on. You'll get them back pay, you know, you'll cut gas.
Back pay, you go get them $1 off by the pump and
and
raise
then-
alcohol.
You know what's going on, you'll come.
Knowing that the majority of the country's alcohol consumers, knowing that carnival right around the corner. Really, yeah, I mean, because you get them all, you see what they produce $1. And it was only on what? It was only on Super. They get $1 off it. But
Yeah.
listen, it's one of them, it wasn't all three.
Nah, super.
Right, just Super, you got $1 off. So if you're using diesel and premium, it's the same price. And then they raise everything, right? Now everything is
Everything.
We go job,
So you save $1 to spend $1
we go
million.
job salt, so that they go
So
send
that
them.
when you buy a bag, some people don't drink coffee.
Send them the pressure and salt, get them diabetes with Morbi syrup. What else?
Fucking raise everything, and they say, you know what? Keep $1 and spend $1,000.
And on top of that, you know, we go tax them more.
Yeah. That's all the road fines, triple.
Yeah, what's going on? You see, you see all them
Cowboy
interagency task force men and thing what going and thing in crime. Bring them in, let's stop that. Right now they work. Tickets.
Go on the
All a
road.
machine,
That's where the money is.
all a them speed meter and them.
That's where the money is, guys. We need you all to focus. We need to achieve. Together we aspire, together we achieve.
We have a loan to pay.
We have a lot to pay.
We have a big road.
And we is not going to pay it.
Yeah, them are the pay.
Right? That coconut man is 19,000 in
Going on in it, right? That? He said verse 4, he said, for neither might the corner that held them keep them.
Now, read over about the verse.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
Alright. For while they supposed to lie in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness.
Right?
Being-
You see the secret sins. You see, everything in the secret shall be revealed. There's something people fail to realize.
Come to light.
Come to light. You know? You don't want to be hidden. And with that, the Holy Spirit come to light. The Lord has bring more judgment unto you. And then, and you just crazy about it. When a man when somebody get judged, you know what ball? Who's the first thing you know about?
Oh God.
I should never do that.
Yeah.
You,
Well,
you,
then, well,
you,
oh
you never
God.
say it. You never say it. You ain't telling nobody what you to do before, you know.
Yeah.
But as they get judged, so I never do that. Okay, you don't know already what it is you do.
And
You
then they
understand?
start to pray, oh Lord.
Yeah.
You know, if you let this one pass,
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
I promise I will be good.
I ain't gonna do that again.
I ain't gonna do it
I ain't gonna do that
again.
again. That man, that comes from men like, men, yeah, those. That man who go and sit with my wife and then. Next thing you know, the man come home, down in the bed praying. Lord,
You may think about the situation.
I will never, never do that again. You understand? And eventually you will do it. Even if you don't like it, you want to do go and do it again. But that time, you bounce back, you don't say, alright, this one
Like I remember Christmas this. He went to some country and he ended up bouncing up like a big time gangster now. Right? But he was trying to turn his life around and things like that.
Yeah, that was Bailey. So one of the
Yeah.
Bailey,
And then he ended up releasing a video a little while after saying, hey, you know, well, this particular fella he did. But how he did is that, yeah, but he was with a man wife inside the house. And the man come home and catch him. So he ain't dead from badness. But it always have a way. Always have a way. Yeah, come back.
Always some other sin. And that is what is going. There's do one wickedness, think they escape that wickedness, and then do another wickedness.
Yeah,
and
add
think they
sin
will
to
escape
sin.
Habakkuk 2 and 3. Do it, tarry, wait for it. It shall come, it will not tarry.
Because you know, was a shootout with that gunman, police survived.
Live to tell all that to come and deal with. A man can catch
For
you in the place
a little crumple up oval, there you kill.
What?
Right? So you see,
That was
yeah,
striking.
with Wisdom of Solomon 14 verse 3, he said, for while they're supposed to lie in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness.
The 7 years,
Yeah.
17. Being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions.
Strange operation, man.
For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear. But noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenance.
If I watch a scary movie like The Ring, Children of the Corn, Chucky,
You watch all of them, you watch all of them.
whatever it is, them men see. Men hard to
I remember that long time, when he small, I we waited for his mother to come home now. Now we home alone, whoever think fall asleep. Sometimes you hear noise in the kitchen. I used to fall asleep by the window, so. Because you hear all kind of noise.
the men see it.
Oh yeah? That's right. School already, right?
Yeah.
But when you read verse 1, and this was a Solomon, you know when you're reading a story, and you're in depth of a story, it is start a particular when you know you're going to get serious. When you read verse 1, it says, for great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. Let's listen to how the verse starts.
Poetry, yeah.
It starts with the greatness of the Lord's judgment. But he's telling you, you know, it's like, yeah, poetry. It's like,
Poetry.
yeah, for great are thy judgments.
You can't
And
put it to a
cannot be
man.
expressed.
Yeah, you can't put it
He
into
said,
the
therefore, unnurtured. I'm telling you here now. Unnurtured souls have erred.
Yeah, man.
Understand? Nah, no. Yeah. So you can see where what? See where unnurtured souls have heard it in that judgment. When you hear how it starts. So go ahead, Jake.
Right? Say, verse 5, he said, no power of the fire. You want me to read over verse 4?
No,
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. He said, no power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night.
Can't even see.
That gross stuff.
Like gross darkness. Can't even
Imagine you in gross darkness and you hear like waterfalls.
Fire, imagine you know you light that candle.
And it says
And
strange
the candle,
apparitions.
only light the
Yeah.
candle.
It's a strange apparition. So you don't know what men were seeing.
And
Jake, you
sad
walk in your
visions
place.
appear unto them.
Jake, you walk in the place and pour their light. But light, only light in the light.
You're not,
Once
not
your
protruding.
vision past the light bulb, it's black.
It's not protruding.
You
You
see
can't
nothing.
see.
Inside.
Inside darker than
Is
outside.
that people give out congs like it's not dark, right? but then it have like dark where
That darkness you could feel.
you can feel.
You can feel that.
It's you know.
Remember when you walk in freezer?
Nah, I
Alright.
can't remember.
That is the essence of Bruce Darkness. I used to go there, even homes only corner there. But in the back they have a walk-in chiller and a walk-in freezer. So we used to deal with the inventory, so prepping the inventory and sending it to the different branches and things. And he said, Jake, long time we didn't used to say that. He said, I'm going to show you something. He said, go in the chiller. And went in the chiller, he closed it. I thought the AC go cut off. I said, I said, I'm waiting, but it's pitch black. Yeah, you see what I'm trying to show you?
Because it have a
He
sense
said
that when you
no.
open the door, to enter the lighters come on.
No, he said, I said, no, I don't know what you're talking about yet. I said, I said, still darkness, somebody will have Bruce Darkness. But I say, from the back here again, let me see. Let me really take it in. And that's how it does feel. Go in and walk in, chill out, freeze and close the door behind you.
Yeah, I do that already.
It's grown, you cannot see your hand. You know your hand, you will raise your hand like this, you know you raise your hand. But you literally cannot see your hand in front
No
of your
light
face.
to help it.
No
At
picture,
all.
no picture of darkness. And you hearing people bawling and screaming.
Agree? All the scripture now said.
When
Light the brightness of the flame won't give them no light, you know. Imagine you pour your light in your place and all the light is the light bulb. How you want to feel? You know what I mean? And that is the detriment to the men who are the ones who don't understand. You know what I mean? Because the ones who understand will already know what time it is and what to expect. But as for the ones who don't, them going and freak out from that alone could make a man heart stop in the chest. That alone. He matter hear nothing yet. He doesn't want to see that light bulb alone like and say that.
You're talking about in terms of what we're getting into, talking about internet cut off. You remember comparing the times, right? Back then, a man would not be talking to people every single day. You understand? So you don't know the cooperate with himself. No, you had the internet where
People need that.
people needed not even needed a structure, yeah, they need it.
No, they
Meaning
need
that
it.
they go into a little
interaction.
yeah, no, when I said the structure, I mean interaction. Not the structure I was trying to say. But that's how I was coming. Right? So you can imagine, all right? Every day you sit down, you could go online, you could talk to somebody and feel take out the stress. Right? You have videos you could watch. You have TikToks you can make.
Yeah,
You understand?
something to take your
Something
mind.
to take your mind off it.
Escapism.
You know, escapism.
Yeah.
Right? Now imagine the time we're getting into internet crash. Grid cut off.
You know what's the beautiful part of everything you say? The internet will be the least of the problem.
And that one about
They
the
want no food.
But
no water.
but think about this.
No.
Even though you might
No,
go
the
through
first
that.
we go hurt, never know.
You ever watch the show? It have a clip, a famous clip that's been going on. I never watched the show. But it have a clip that's going on, right? From Walking Dead. The show, yeah, Jake. Remember that show is about zombies, right?
Yeah, zombies, yeah.
But the clip is also, there's one character, Jake. He by himself. And you can see he's stressed out. Nobody to talk to. When these zombies come, he go on top of a van, so he watching up in his sky.
Yeah, I see that part,
He
I see
pay,
that part.
and he just watching, and he just, he by
See, that's why it's around this zombie wave,
Yeah.
man. You wait on it up.
No, but
when you're
even,
by yourself, that is what is going on. You feel, you know, that what the scripture says, a man shall desire to see another.
Not only that, too, that go into the time to when things get hard, show you how gruesome men go. Because
Yeah.
in Walking Dead, they say, Walking Dead is not about surviving the zombies, you know.
Yeah.
It's about surviving the other people, the other survivors, you know, for them need your resources.
Yeah.
So that is basically, I look into the picture where food and water are done. What to do? You see? We are trying to outlive this thing, you know. We're just trying to live. And if we find you living, you know important to we group, wipe you out and take what you have, we can use you as meat.
imagine internet cut off, electricity cut off,
Everything.
so you know water will cut off,
Yeah, you can't get water all the time.
and you have a little 1 barrel.
Yeah, I am legend.
Reason.
Is a good example.
Huh?
I am
I am legend. Remember, he had a dog, and he was tripping off so much. He used to go by the store with the mannequins to talk to them to feel like he had interaction.
Yeah.
As the man dog there, he used to have, he going to commit suicide.
I'm going to give all that, but I'm going to give all the next one is scientifically and like tested, proof to be proven. If a man put in a room, right? And in a white room, it's white.
Yeah, senseless room is called.
Senseless room.
Right.
Yeah, we'll get, I think he has go,
Sensory deprived.
I think he has go right, but he has go mad and within like 4 days. Right?
Solitary confinement.
Solitary
Solitary
confinement in a
confinement.
dark room. But we talk about total darkness. That is gay.
I wanted to
crazy,
restrain
Well,
some
alright.
people and
Social
put them in a
studies,
white room with
we
lights.
thought that man is a social creature by
Yeah.
nature.
That
By
would you-
nature,
you by
need
yourself,
somebody or something to interact with. That is how we build. At least I would teach me to.
No, it's true.
Everything.
Hey, what did the Lord say?
That's why Adam needed Eve.
And I want to tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that also.
It was not good for man to be by
For example,
himself.
I Am Legend. The other one was Castaway. Remember Castaway?
Yeah, that was
Before my
fella
time.
walking Forrest Gump.
Yeah, for you can first come and he'd actually paint a face onto the volleyball.
Mhm.
So I feel like you're interacting with somebody you're tripping off.
That before my time. So,
But he
That's right. You know, he said the interaction.
get trapped on the island, playing the ball. You understand? But that you need the interaction. So
Yes,
imagine
what-
that in that time, no thing, no that internet gone, you can't talk. You might have some of chaos, a family member might be trapped somewhere, or kind of madness. You know?
Only peace that men like now. I can't take that drama thing. I'll be single. And that time, men go crazy.
No, but in that time, we wouldn't have no drama.
And I want to tell them
That's
that.
it.
I know.
Say 7 shots.
No, think.
man go take.
No, but what's it? Men talking peace talk now. But in that time, of loneliness.
No, I
Men
think,
guys started talk to
think
themselves. Hey,
think about it like this.
yeah.
Think about it like this. A man who by himself already, he know how to cope by himself. A person who with somebody, they imagine they can go out, they might go that day without dealing with somebody, you know, that might really trip them off.
Accustomed. All get attention.
A man by himself, he might cope a little longer. Because he realize this is like a
It's a
normal thing.
continuation
Yeah.
of how my life was, you know.
Nobody.
Like a man through the suffering right through.
Like,
I say like a number of people back.
like last
but
night.
a good example, a man from by himself was like, they show you that in the movie, this movie,
Okay, you like.
Bukai Eli. Who was his companion?
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it says when he made everything start to work. Give me a little idea. Carry the man in the house and roll people on detail. Say, way, way, no. Nigga can't catch a break at all. The man live by himself, you know. As the man making the journey up, because we know as this little white girl always a thing like that.
I don't know a coconut thing, but it's Paul say one of them that are alone remain on.
If thou be single, seek not a wife.
Yeah, sick not a wife. To be like, you know, like. So, but if you're burning,
If you're burning,
do it to
Yeah, if you're burning,
You're a wife.
Yeah,
If you're burning, yeah, if you're burning.
Where
Yeah, any pleasure, you're not Superman, you know.
yeah.
I read off verse 5, right?
Nah, reach it.
6. Alright. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful.
See, I'm all that fire. I'm inside the story, so you have one.
When imagine you just darkness, you can't even see your hand. But a fire that's kindled in front of you.
All that fire.
Yeah,
You
and
know
it's
that?
very dreadful, eh?
Yeah.
So you hear it, you ever hear a fire rock? Fire that song bad doing it.
It's that sound like something burning soon.
Yeah, you see the, when you see this thing popping, crackling, it does sound scary, it does sound scary.
I hear a fire break out in the night by me.
Nah, it does
When
sound
it's
scary.
still, watch me. And that fire start, what it is, watch me, you tell it echo through the freaking back, everybody. Night before, men started to see the light and the ends, men don't know something off. Because they're hearing it now.
No, it does sound scary. A roaring fire, like a bonfire. You hear that other song on the beach? You see like the fire whip through you.
And this one telling you, a fire just in the midside, you just
Just so, you in your place. Pour on your light, only the light bulb lights in the civil, alright? When I go by, I don't go to you take any morning, then you hear boom, and you know, back on with you. Your face going to turn white, I show about it, it's going to melt, it's going to be ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, so only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful, for being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not.
you know? Yeah, it's
You just imagine picturing how it did look. It probably wasn't no normal little fireball like that you will see just floating, but it was a real kind of out of time.
Yeah.
But I would say very dreadful.
It's
It's a roaring fire, you know, roar, you know, emphasis on roar. Very dreadful after the fire like roar.
I didn't see rope.
It's a roaring fire. Very
Nah, it say appear unto them a fire kindle of
It's
itself.
a fire kindle of itself.
Very
So
dreadful.
remember that fire that's coming from this.
Nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Very, very dreadful.
Very dreadful.
Energy.
So roaring.
Flame and 100.
Sure,
And I
you
telling
have 50 degrees for
you,
45
I hear you telling you, he said they thought that the things which they saw to be worse. So the things that in that fire they're watching there, that worse than the things they see in the operations that they just hearing,
Yeah.
but hearing a little child in the background going,
Them cat and them
But-
in the night.
But it's only right. If you see a fire just kindle in front of you, just so raging.
Hey, and we talking about the Lord tell you, same person of Solomon, I think 15, tell you, you see the strange beast. You see even the sight of it alone, they
I know.
died.
I think I had 5 or 7 or something like that.
15. Then 15.
Nah.
It's about Solomon 15.
You know it is, you know in Trinidad they have no tiger and just you see a tiger. You know how big a tiger is?
Ah.
You know how big a tiger really is?
And it says strange beast. That beast that
Strange.
means that you don't even have a name for. It say later than ship.
Right? If you see a tiger, anyone you wouldn't even know a
So you
tiger.
see a predator watching in your face.
But
like
that
a
was
pancake
it.
board.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's a strange beast to
We
me.
don't even have to, that people in China don't even know what ocelot is.
Yeah.
You know what ocelot to bounce up in the darkness?
Anything in that address, you hear the tiger
And then
stay
bow
on-
down and punks and more and watching the street in your face.
No, you ain't know, you
A
ain't
tiger ain't
know.
big straight. You know what it is? That ball a fire roaring, they say, all right, hold it, it's a fire. You thinking you had the barrel of water, they can turn for water, so you run into the barrel of water. As you run into the barrel of water, because you can't see nothing, they say a tiger start to growl, and when the fucking fire follow you now, you see that little piece of eye in the darkness like it's Tarzan. You know Mowgli? See the little piece of eye. What you want to do? How you going to get away from that? There's a predator trying to see in the dark, how you getting away from that? It's just food. You run from the state? No, you run from a lion and a bear nothing.
And we still talking about animals we know.
We are not going to say that. We're talking about things we could fathom.
Yeah, the God telling you, you're going on. And that time, they're going to have strange beef. Things that all
Then see, yeah. Sparks coming from the eyes. And all kind of
God,
thing.
God, yeah.
And again, you remember, operations by itself.
Yeah,
That is a
that's
crazy
fun.
sight to see. You know this be in darkness.
But Granny, you were dead.
It is to be in as I say, in darkness. You find a little light. Bounce up
Find a
a
little
string.
light.
Yeah.
A light bounce you up.
Let me say it. Yeah, light. A light bounce you up. And then when you look so, you see strange beasts.
You and course, you and want to hold that light so back. But tired of
Yeah,
it.
but then
But tired of staying that.
That way telling you, the things you see, it worse than the things that they ain't seen. So it's better than they ain't even see that.
Yeah, but tired of it. But tired of staying in that.
You know, like to show you like Yoda from Star Wars. I was watching some documentary and I was saying that where they get the concept of him from was from some spirit that there's communicate with.
Yeah,
And the
yeah, I
depiction
see
of
that,
that,
I see that, I see
the
what
depiction of
you're
that is what I used to make Yoda. So imagine like he's an apparition in a sense, like how he formed. Imagine seeing something
6
similar.
minutes over.
Imagine
7
seeing
minutes.
something similar to seeing something
next
similar to Yoda, but like in a more terrible out of timing form.
Yo, that's true for.
Yeah, you know? Like
Yo, that's true.
you're seeing things like that.
He
literally.
You know,
evolved.
that's 6 pack.
Yeah.
Muff like adult shows, you know.
Right?
Why is the here or here is the why? You know, he's still back to word.
Dobby.
Yeah.
that's
Verse
like when I see
7.
something you're talking about.
Wisdom Solomon 17 verse 7, right? He said, as for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with graceful, with disgrace. So like that.
So all the powers meant to that,
Yeah.
men could turn snake into. That none of them matter no more.
Take the staff in
And they're not going to understand. They're not going to understand because a lot of people believe in witchcraft. They understand that magic thing. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that magic, all them
Nothing you see in horror movies in your life, nothing you could imagine is what will happen.
You might think you might summon you might.
You say, hey, I know this, but I remember this jutsu from Naruto. Shadow clone. Man, that guy
You
helped
know,
you.
you know,
You don't get more shadow than good.
You don't spread it. Hey,
And you see me how it feel in that time?
so you see me going.
See me how it feel in time of Daniel too?
See.
With all the suits,
Yep.
all the suits singers,
Soothsayers,
see me go and feel.
That's right. Hey, so hey, once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yoshai, Hashem Kakadash, I will see the ones that person else agree most on the rule of teachers or a person in truth. I will see salutation, so we are going to push with the truth and sincerity. The in and the out in the constantly in season. As you say, shalom. Until next time, shalom to the elect.